All right, KMR, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk some brap. We're going to talk some drift. I'm just excited that the MX-5 is back on the ground, 4 wheels, suspension, and bodywork. I'll be honest, that crash was rough. The car was severely damaged. I wondered when it all happened if I had actually totaled the car. And not only were we able to completely fix the chassis, the crew was actually able to glue all the bodywork back together. It's like we put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So we're going to take a quick walk around, talk about it. Drift season is upon us. I'm excited. I have a car, and we got Hot Pit this upcoming weekend. So we're going to go shake it down. We've got some exciting stuff. We're on new tires on the MX-5 this year, so that's an upcoming announcement. We've made some changes and improvements as we put everything back together again. And I actually cannot believe that we did not have to rewrap this thing. So I'd actually like to hear in comments below, if I were to rewrap this car, should I change the livery? You know, something completely different. Or would it be like a restoration type thing where bring it back to this or something really similar to this? I know the bright orange has been kind of a classic livery for a long time with this car since we built it back in 2016-17. Still rocking basically the same setup and same livery. It's amazing. Those are the same fenders that I think we made here at the shop in like 2016 off season. Remarkable. This front bumper was broken into multiple pieces. The splitter was in 3 or 4 pieces. That fender was completely ripped off. The frame shop actually had to pull this whole right front corner out. In one of the previous videos, I point out that the shock tower had bends in it. The subframe had been pushed in. They were able to fix all of that, and we're sitting back on the ground getting ready for an alignment. Looking pretty good, to be honest. I can't believe it. And same thing with the back end. I thought for sure we were throwing away the subframe and who knows what we were going to have to do, but they were able to save the subframe. The crew was able to save the fender, and we're all back together. I feel good. To see it this way makes me feel a lot better than what it looked like only days ago. Interior-wise, everything's very similar. You know, the NRG package did its job, kept me safe. The belts, the seat all worked. We redid our seat mounts. They did their job, but they were bent, so fresh seat mounts. And I kind of realized that this e-brake got in my way when I crashed. Even though arm restraints, all the safety gear, it's just not in a super desirable place. I'd like to have more elbow room. So I think after this first round, I'm going to redesign this e-brake situation to probably be operationally in the same place, but clear up some elbow room. Same thing with the fire system. Very important to have safety, but it's also very important to have elbow room. So that would be some upcoming changes I would like to do on my end for driver comfort, driver safety. And then also the dash got damaged. There was just weird stuff that happened, so we've been putting that back together. The side skirts were completely ripped off the car. Both of them, this one got all glued, its mounts back together. And then on the other side, this side skirt lost pieces on both ends and was broken in half. And I can't believe the crew was able to glue that all back together because those side skirts don't really exist. Like, they exist, but nobody makes those. Those are S14 knockoff BN style side skirts that we modified and trimmed down to fit on our NC-ND MX-5 combination. So that's the only set I've ever made. I was like, man, I really don't want to have to make new ones of those. So big shout out to the crew for the body work, and a big shout out to the frame shop for straightening it out. So other than that, engine package basically straight out of last year. 3-rotor, turbocharged, precision turbo, ethanol, NGK plugs, renewable lubricants, tuned by Nelson. We run it over on the DNA Garage dyno. I think it did like 830 or something like that. We're not boosting this car nearly as hard as the RX-8, so It was in the 20 something PSI range, and we were rolling a little over 800 spinning the tires. And I think that's perfectly good for this particular car, and that was without the nitrous. So as we get the car maybe a little more developed this year, get used to the new tires, some new changes, I could definitely see turning the boost up a little more. Because this car used to roll right around 1,000 at the wheels without nitrous. So I know it's capable. Same basic setup that it had back when it did it. We just not quite as much boost. And you can see it's still got the anti-lag system on it. That's what those boost balls are. Normally the dash is covering all that up. But I've disabled that for the time being. We're not running any type of actual anti-lag on this car anymore. So I think that's a wrap. If you've got questions about the car, the build, the components, let me know. Basically can sell you anything to make one of these of your own if you wanted to. But I don't recommend it. I'd build an FD. That's what I'm doing now. And we're going to have some updates on that very soon. So thanks for watching. That's a brap. I'm going to brap on out of here. I got some brappy stuff to work on. Thanks for joining. I'm done.